tissue paper art. So this can be done in a lot of different ways. Truly, it's just up to your own creativity. I am, for the sake of the video, going to do a pretty simple demo, but I'll show you the technique and the products that you need. So if you're ready, let's craft. Okay, so the supplies that we need for this craft are the canvas. I have tissue paper. So surprisingly enough, there is a very big difference between tissue paper. I did not know until I started researching for this craft that you needed bleeding tissue paper. Normal tissue paper will not work, so you will need this exact kind. I also have painter's tape and a squirt bottle just filled with water. So really, this craft is super easy. The idea is to pick a design that you would like to do, and then you can either place the tissue paper squares into a certain shape, certain design. You can use some painter's tape and try to mark out a design that you might want to try. Just for simplicity's sake for the video, I am going to make a heart just out of the painter's tape. So if all goes well, the tissue paper will stay on the outside and the heart will stay white on our canvas under the tape when we peel it off. So what I'm doing now is just making this heart shape, and then we will get started with the tissue paper. Okay, so here's my heart shape. It's not perfect, I'm okay with that. You can be more exact with yours, you can do something completely different, but this is what I'm doing with mine just to show you how this technique works. So now that I have the heart on, I tried to press it down fairly tight and smooth just to keep as much of that color out as I can. So now all we do is get these little tissue paper squares. They are already cut into 1-inch squares. So now all we do is just place them around where you would like the color, and then you get them wet. So it just kind of turns into a cute watercolor type effect. The color from the tissue paper just bleeds off onto the canvas. So you do have to get it fairly wet and then let it sit for a little bit to just soak through. So I'm going to place these out, and then I'm going to spray them with the water bottle, and then we'll just let it be for a little bit. Okay, so that's the basic idea. I am going to save most of our supplies for you guys to do this at home, but this will give you the idea, so I'm going to save the rest of these. And now just go through and spray them with the water. And you can already kind of see the color bleeding off a little bit. So you want to get them pretty wet, and then just let it sit and soak through. The spray bottle doesn't like to spray sideways. The more water you put on it, the more of that color that bleeds out from underneath the squares. But you have to be careful because too much of it will just make it cool and turn into a yucky brown. You want to keep the colors their own as much as you can. So now that I have that pretty soaked, all I'm going to do is walk away, let it dry for a bit, and then once it seems like it's fairly soaked in, we'll peel those squares off and then see what we're left with. Okay, so I gave this a bit to dry. It's mostly soaked up. So now I am going to peel off the little tissue paper squares and see what we have left with underneath. I have a tweezer, you don't need one, it just will make it easier to grab those little pieces. So I am just going to peel those up. Okay, so I got the tissue paper peeled up. I peeled up the tape for the heart. I'm not sure if you can see or not, but it did soak through underneath the tape. So you can see a little bit of an outline, but it's not as strong as I would like. So once this dries completely, I will probably take a little bit of paint and just do a small outline, just to outline that part. You can see it a little bit, but not as well as I was hoping, which is okay. So I will let this dry, and then I will post a picture of my finished project along with the video. So this is a basic idea. We would love to see what you can come up with, but this is mine. So thanks so much for watching, and keep crafting.